perfect fit in every way. Okay, so you've seen a series of video clips now. The first two being of me machining this down on my lathe, and then you saw me taking this piece here and fitting it in like that. And what all of that is for the bottom of my transmission. This here is a bearing housing support piece, and it goes down over like that. Can you see that? No, you can't. There you go, now you can. See that? It slides right over the bottom housing, bearing housing, and you can see the bearings in there. Maybe. See the bearings in there? Yep. And there's two rows, one down here at the bottom and one up inside. And this is put on here to protect it and to strengthen this, because this is only cast aluminum. And this is something that is used in racing mowers. And this particular transmission is a popular one with racing mowers. My friend Stacy at Twisted R Racing is the one who pointed this out. I was watching a video on his channel of him rebuilding one of these transmissions. And as I prepare to put this transmission back together, I've discovered a few differences between the one that he has, which I think is either a specially racing transmission based on this 700 series Peerless, or it's 700 series that's been modified. Be that as it may, what we're working on now is getting this to work. So the idea is that this transmission goes down in the hole. If I get it around here right, it goes down in the hole like this. And so I wanted to be able to put this shim on there, but the hole here is way too big. So I went searching through my junk drawer and I found this lock ring, and that's all it really is. It's a lock ring that has two, locking collar I guess is a better term for it, has two locking set screws in it. And as you can see, I have machined one edge of it, because even though this was really close, and I mean really close, it's just so, it wasn't close enough. So I machined the outside down to a lip, so that now I'm going to weld this right into that hole. I'm just going to put a few tack welds on it, because I don't think I need it to be welded solid, because all this is doing is positioning this part here, which will actually come up from the bottom, and those two set screws will screw onto this. So if I tack this in place and then I slide this up from the bottom and put these two set screws in, and I might even put little dimples in this here, then that'll hold it all together, so that when this is down in here like that, and I slide my spacer up from the bottom. It helps if you have four hands. Let me get this in place. There we go. Get that up, get that down, then this goes down and it fits right in place just like that. And we'll be showing you more of that once we're putting it all together for the final time. So the next thing for me to do is to weld that collar in place. Didn't you know the can was all the way in the back? So here it is, setting in place, and as you can see, it's almost perfectly flush with the top of this, which is just fine and dandy. I set it to the height by putting it in place, pushing up as high as I could. Then I pushed my transmission down into place, just like this, and I've got it, the set screw in there slightly, so the transmission will sit right on there. And so it's ready to go now. My next step is to put the transmission back together, and we're going to do that in another video. I do have to take this piece back out again because it's not stainless, even though it looks like it's stainless. Very nicely machined. It still needs to be painted yet, just to keep it from rusting. So until next time, this is George, the Shade Tree Fix-It Man, saying thanks for watching, for commenting, and for subscribing. And I know this video is probably a little on the disjointed side, and George is a little bit on the disjointed side because George has been under the weather for the last week or more. Let me put my hat on so I don't blind you. Yeah, for the last week I was in pretty sad state. I wasn't sick per se, I didn't feel bad, but I had absolutely no energy. I was lightheaded and dizzy and was having a hard time walking, and yeah. So I think it was a side effect of one of my medications, which I have stopped taking now, and I am doing much better today. This is the first time I've been out of the house for any amount of time, and first time working in the shop, and I actually have another project that's going on right now. I had to take the mower deck off of my Husqvarna rider because it needs bearings put in the two of the units that hold the brain cramp. Two of the armatures need to have the bearings replaced for two of the mower blades. It has 3 mower blades on this particular. That's what I've been up to, puttering around, been doing a lot of nothing when it comes right down to it, and watching a lot of videos on YouTube, and taking naps, and going to bed early, getting up late, and acting like I was retired, don't you know? But not retired, but tired again and again and again and again and again. But I'm feeling much better. I haven't been to church for the last 3 services. Lord willing, we'll be going again on Wednesday night, and I'm looking forward to that. Hope y'all are doing well, and oh, just in case you're wondering, no, it's not COVID-19, it's George 71. How's that?